Hey y'all, welcome back to the Eternal Guiding Light Tarot. You already know who this is. It's the 144th friend, and we back with some more vibes. Okay, I hope you guys are doing amazing. All right, the channel's growing, so honestly, I'm not really picking up on anyone in particular as far as like their energy or like where you guys are in your journey. So it's very general, it's very light, which is nice. The energy feels very crisp and clear. So wherever you guys are in your journey, I am picking up. You guys are right where you need to be. You're in a good spot, I'm hearing. So keep up the good work, keep moving forward. You know, sometimes throughout this journey, we feel like we're taking multiple steps forward, and then all of a sudden we feel like we're taking some steps back, but it's just a part of the journey. Keep moving forward. Never, ever give up, okay? And just keep looking forward to amazing things happening, okay? 111 is passing on the clock, and I did catch 111 when it was 111 just a while ago in the actual time, but what that's an indicator of is just brand new beginnings, okay? And that is something that you are to look forward to, because that is why we're doing all this, right? It doesn't matter if we're looking for brand new things to happen in our physical or, within us internally. Some of us are looking at this year for self-development, or some of us are looking for, you know, improvement in our finances and career in this year. So whatever it is that you're working on, keep moving forward, but expect new things, brand new beginnings, okay? So this is just a general collective message. We're just going to pull this here and see what's going on here in the collective and what messages you need to know at this time. I have posted some new messages for 2023. If you haven't gotten a chance to get caught up, definitely tap into those. 2:22 just passing the clock. I feel that you guys are kind of busy, which is awesome. You guys are taking heed to all the warnings, and I'm picking up that you guys are actually busy, focusing on your journey. Like things are getting quite real for you out there in a collective. So amazing work, but definitely take some time to regroup and also tap in to the messages that I uploaded, because I did an energy poll for January, and then I re-shared it on the community tab because I noticed that you guys missed that one. So I feel like those messages kind of like snuck up on the channel. Definitely, like you want to tap into those. So let's see what general messages you need to know at this time. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So wow, you have the Ace of Swords here for your first card here for this general message. So let's see, what's going on here. 3:33 just passed on the clock. So far we seen 111, 222, 333. That is another indicator for things to be moving forward. You have the Queen of Swords falling out as your second message here. Wow. And then you have the Page of Pentacles that fell out in a transitional stage, but it kind of like did a flip. So let's see what that message is. Off rip. Okay, sorry. You have the Nine of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Off rip, what I'm picking up here, with the Ace of Swords flying out and then the Queen of Swords flying out. Sorry about that. And then the Queen of Swords flying out afterwards. What I was picking up initially is whoever is resonating with this, okay? This is definitely for the person who had voted for general messages on the community tab. You know who you are. But anyone else who's resonating with this, like I was picking up in the beginning, there's a lot of my friends out there in a collective who is really, really basking in the energy of their journey. Okay. I'm not picking up anything bad. Okay. I'm picking up that whoever you are, you're really, really, like I said, like things are becoming very real for you, meaning that you are starting to see a lot of the things that I have been saying over the past year, meaning that, you know, when it comes to you and your journey and what you're being called to do, and maybe some of the techniques that I've listed you've actually used and you've seen some changes. Like I'm really picking up my friends who are like really, really like, wow, like this is real. Like my life is changing. Like you guys are seeing drastic changes already. And with the Ace of Swords, I heard that you guys are not only like participating in your journey, but I'm picking up and I'm seeing that you're speaking your truth. You're living your truth. So you're on the right path. You're on your path. You know, you're basking in your energy. You've accepted and embraced the journey, the path. Like you've surrendered. You're at that point where you've surrendered to the journey. So congratulations. That's major. That is something that comes after a few ego deaths, okay? And then it comes after a few hardships where you almost want to give up, but you don't. So you find your strength elsewhere. And it's like you remind yourself like there's a higher power, right? And that higher power is the Most High God. You know, it's kind of like you start to face your own truth. You start to face the music I'm hearing. Like you embrace the fact that you cannot do this alone. You cannot do this on your own. So that's the energy that I'm picking up here of this Ace of Swords, which is awesome. Okay. And with the Queen of Swords backing that, I'm picking up that because you've surrendered to the journey, you've also kind of like you surrendered to the journey, you've embraced your truth, you've embraced the journey, but you became even more powerful in by doing that, right? So like you're even more discerning, you're even more confident, you're even more faithful, like, you know, like you're seeing things clear here. I'm this is clarity to me, okay? I'm getting crystal clear. With the Page of Swords and the way how this fell out, like I said, you know, you're at a part of your journey where you've learned to surrender, okay? And the way how this rolled out, I'm gonna say, or flipped out, you've been through this Page of Pentacles energy, and I'm picking up like a back and forth. So you've went through a few lessons, okay? You've had to learn a few lessons, regardless if you had to repeat something or not. Like I'm picking up like you really worked to this point. But whoever you are, you had to go through the lessons like we all do, but you were active, meaning like you learned the lessons, you moved forward, like you learned what you needed to learn. Like you really, really pushed through that last phase and that last cycle. And I feel like that was very critical, especially all the high ranking, like, you know, readers out there. Like, this is what we've been preparing all of us for, is just like that ascension on a collective scale. But you had to do the work individually in order to contribute collectively. I hope this is making sense. But whoever you are, whatever you've done up to this point, Nine of Cups, you have a lot to be proud of. You have a lot to be grateful for because you did it. Okay, and you're in this, they're saying that you're basking in the new cycle. Like the energy that you're feeling, you could be feeling really great at this time. You could be radiating right now. You could be filled with all this energy, positive energy, inspiring, influential energy, just like looking forward, like anything positive, like whatever you're feeling, it's a part of the new cycle. So it's literally, how can I put this? Like you've literally closed out the old and you're stepped into the new, and it's awesome. So let's dive in a little deeper here and see what else is going on. See what else Spirit wants you to know. Don't forget to hit the like button if this resonates, okay? So let's see what this Ace of Swords is. Let's see what this Ace of Swords is. This is awesome, guys. Keep up the great work. I mean, it's not easy, especially with the way how this Page of Pentacles fell out. I know it's not easy because the way how it flipped out, like it did like this spin thing, but that to me just screamed like you really worked through the lessons and everything that you needed to know and hear and find out and whatever. Yes, as I say this, you had the Fool card that fell out in between the first message and the second message. If you're new to the channel, message 1, 2, and 3, and then I dive in, right? So with the Fool card here clarifying this Ace of Swords, like I said, you've learned to come to a place where you surrender, okay? And that basically, I'm hearing, bridge the gap between you and the divine, you and spirit, right? And that was needed, right? To go through the lessons, to take this journey in order, it was just needed. Like, you needed to surrender in order to get to the next step, in order to get to the next phase, or I almost said the next lesson, right? Some people are wondering, like, how do I get to the next step? How do I get to the next step? Well, this step right here was calling you to surrender, right? Stop trying to force it. And I love the fact that it fell in between the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, and I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean? Like, this was needed for you to step onto the right path. Like, you needed to, surrender. Surrender is major. They're saying a major part of this journey, because at the end of the day, that ego needs to be set aside, because no one is in control of this but the Most High God. The divine is going to give you what you want. 11:11 on the clock as I say this. The divine is going to give you what you want, but you have to understand that there's only but so much that you can do in order to achieve this, right? I hope that makes sense, right? Like, you have to do your work, and then you have to let the divine do their work in order for you to co-create, to manifest the things that you want. I hope this is making sense. So let's get one more for this Fool card here, since it fell in between. This is awesome. Two of Pentacles that fell in the transitional stage too, but in my mind's eye, I see this in the reverse. So I feel like ultimately what Spirit is saying is that you had to come to a place where you stop juggling this, because Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This is what you want, right? Stability, success, great foundation, all this beautiful, I'm hearing jazzy stuff, like all that jazz, right? That's what they're saying. Like, you wanted all these jazzy things, right? But you had to get out of your own way by surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the journey, right? This teeter-tatter thing here between you trying to control and, get in between God's way, and it just wasn't working. And I feel like whoever you are, you realize, like, what was causing that riffraff, what was causing the issue here. And it was the fact that you were trying to stand in the way between God and you by trying to force something to happen. You can't force destiny, right? You have to allow for it to happen naturally. So you have to surrender. I hope this is all making sense, okay? As I channel these messages, to me, when they come out, they don't make sense. So I have to kind of like watch them again. And I'm like, oh yeah, that made total sense. So I hope this is making sense to you right now, okay? So Queen of Swords here. Queen of Swords. Why is this Queen of Swords here? So yeah, you had the Five of Pentacles here. I'm really picking up. You had to wisen up. I hope that's a word. Lord knows I just made that shit up. But you had to wise up. With the Five of Pentacles clarifying the Queen of Swords, I feel like you had to leave out certain thought patterns, maybe the old way of doing things. I almost said the old paradigm. So there needed to be a paradigm shift. You needed to really, really close out the old cycle in all ways, shapes, and forms, right? In order to move on to the new. Let's get one for the Wild. Ten of Pentacles is still here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you had to leave out people, places, and things out in the cold, combined with the Queen of Swords. That is a very discerning type of fucking energy. That is very discerning. That is very discerning. With, let's not forget, the Ace of Swords here as your first message here. And I'm picking up that this was something new for you, and it may have been challenging, because to you, you're used to, being the peacemaker, right? 14:14 on the clock as I say this. But by you embracing this energy from your higher self, it caused a lot of paradigm shifts, is what they're giving me again. Can I have one more for this Five of Pentacles? And it's kind of like you had to get crystal clear and realistic on the journey and what it is that you wanted. And I'm picking up, like, you had to be fair. You had to be fair this time to yourself, is what they're saying. And in order to do so, they're giving me, you had to really, really be discerning and be realistic. Like, come on now. Like, in order for me to have the things that I want, like, I have to do things differently. And I feel like whoever you are, you've been watching my channel, or maybe you got caught up on some messages here and something really hit home. And I'm picking up what really hit home was when I may have said, you know, you can't do the same things expecting a different result. If you want to lose weight, yes, you can go to the gym, but you also have to eat right. You know, you have to get sleep. You have to do what you need to do in order to achieve the things that you want. And it will require you to do things like completely different. And you have to accept that. You know, you can't be thinking that, oh, okay, I'm about to be successful and be hanging around all the same naysayers that have been telling you no your whole life. You got to cut them off, you know. And they're telling me it's a sacrifice that you have to be willing to make, whether it's hard or not. You have to be willing to end. They're saying close relationships, close partnerships that are just negative. You have to. It doesn't matter. Five of Pentacles. Can we get a clarifying message for this Five of Pentacles? The Nine of Cups flipped out. I cannot make it up. In order for you to have that emotional fulfillment, in order for you to have the things that you want, you have to leave people, places and things out in the cold. You have to be, they're giving me cutthroat, but it's kind of like you have to put your foot down. They're saying, like, you have to be like kind of stern, like, and be serious about your dreams. Be serious about the things that you want. If you're not serious, how can you expect the divine to back you? Page of Pentacles. So this is why it may have required you to go through many lessons, right? They're saying something about allowing others to take advantage of you, allowing others to take advantage of your dreams, your thoughts. Like, they're saying no matter what, life course. What? They just gave me something, but it was just all over the place. Okay, so basically what they're saying is 1717 on the clock as they give me this. No matter what happens in life, in your waking life from what you see, or in the 5D, which you cannot see, you're advanced. You know what I'm saying? No matter what goes on, you have to keep your eyes on the prize is what they're saying. You have to keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused. Page of Pentacles. So they put you through a lot of tests, you know, a lot of lessons, whatever, in order to wake you up. You have the Two of Wands here. I feel like it kind of fell out in the transitional stage, but I picked it up in upright, so I'm going to, like, take it in the upright. But you have the Devil card here at the bottom of the deck. So ultimately, because we're clarifying, don't forget the Page of Pentacles here with the Two of Wands. Ultimately, by you going through these lessons or whatever, they were pushing you to make the right decision, to make the right choice. Always. They're always going to support you. They're always going to back you. Your angels and ancestors, reach out to them, talk to them, just like I'm talking to you. 1818 on the clock just passed very quickly. So, you know, they're there. Always. Rely on them. Talk to them, communicate with them. They are the ones that are going to, you know, never lead you astray. Two of Wands to the Page of Pentacles. These were what these lessons were, was to always choose the right thing. Are you learning your lessons? Are you figuring this out? Will you figure this out? That's basically what they were pushing you to do, because you know, they're pushing you towards your destiny, but you have to do the work. Like I said, it's a team thing. It's co-creation. People think, oh, I'm just gonna pray to God and He's just gonna grant my wish. Like, God is not a genie. You know, God is not a genie. Why is this Two of Wands here? Let's get another clarification message. This is cool. So you have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So ultimately, what these lessons were pushing you to do, because this fell out on the Nine of Cups, clarifying the second message here. What these lessons were pushing you to do was to get out of your head. Get out of your head and start taking action, right? So whoever you are, you've been doing that, right? You have the Lovers card here at the bottom of the deck. Whoever you are, you're a part of my soul tribe. So you understand what I'm saying. You're understanding these lessons. you're understanding the journey is what they're giving me as well. Um, I'm feeling the need to kind of get a little bit more on it. Just one more topic. They want to add love to the topic. Um, I know that this is a general reading, but this is very general, very general. Should we leave it here? No, they want me to get something else. So we're going to get some, this one might be a little long. I hope you don't mind that. Or should I do a part 2? You know what? Let me do a part 2. Meet me over in the part 2 if you're interested in love. But I'm going to leave this here as a general message because some people might not be, interested in anything specific I'm picking up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to close this portion out with a Starseed Oracle for those who just want to keep it general. And then meet me in the part 2. I'm not going to clear the board. I'm going to get love on top of it. And I'm going to try to even get some finances on top of it, okay? So we can cover all of our bases in this general message. So what message do you have here? Oh, that was beautiful. So this is perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out and find a common ground. This is as general as we're going to get. So what I'm picking up here off of this message, you also have Earth pulsing at the bottom of the deck. Pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. So with perspective here, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Like I said, I'm really picking up here that whoever you are, you're really starting to see the bigger picture of all of this. It's like you went through the little portions and now you've been able to just zoom out of everything and put all those portions together to see the bigger picture. And ultimately, even though things weren't as easy as you had, desired or whatever, between the lessons and the hardships and the falling out with people and falling out with job, whatever you went through, at the time it may not have made sense, but now that you're able to look back and kind of look at everything, you went through the lessons, but things came together for you. And now you're really able to see the bigger picture. Like I'm picking up that's a strong indicator that you learned the lessons. Like you truly learned the lessons and you're able to see things from a higher perspective. You're able to see things like through your third eye and you're awake. And going forward, how can you go back to sleep, right? So keep up the great work. I mean, you've ascended high enough to really, really plow through anything at this point. You're only going to ascend higher. So keep it up, maintain that energy, keep looking forward and know that you're on the right path, okay? So great job. Like I said, if you're interested in a little bit more, I'll see you in the other parts. Bye.